Head men's basketball, Tim Grosz, you are back after a 16-12 season last year. Saw you win the Upper Midwest Athletic Conference regular season and tournament championships. You made your fourth straight appearance in the NCAA tournament. New year though, new chapter. What does the 2014-15 squad look like in the first few weeks of practice?
Well, we're off to a good start. Guys are working extremely hard. Last year, we were very inexperienced going into the season. A lot of new faces, not quite sure what we had. This year, kind of the opposite. We have most of those players returning from last year. A lot of guys with a lot of varsity type experience, varsity level experience. So a much better starting point for us this year. Because of that experience, 4 seniors and 3 juniors and three sophomores that saw quite a bit of experience for us last year too. So kind of a veteran group coming back.
Traditionally, or maybe in years past, you've been a little more of a run and gun type team, faster, throwing the ball up from 3-point line and making it. I want to say that. But you're a little bigger this year as you were last year. Do you expect to play big this year?
Yeah, we are. I mean, we definitely have some good size, especially for a Division III school. We have quite a few guys kind of in that 6'5" to 6'6", 6'7" range who have all played quite a bit for us. So we continue. We'll want to be balanced on offense. That's always our goal. But I think we definitely we'll go inside, try to have a little more of a high-low game going. And even in our first scrimmage against Augsburg, I thought we did a nice job in our high-low game. So we'll want to get the ball inside. Hopefully that translates to get to the free throw line quite a bit too, which usually is a good sign of success if you're getting to that free throw line quite a bit.
When you're not playing many other teams, I know you said a scrimmage against Augsburg. I know you got a scrimmage later on this week. What are you working on in practice? I mean, I know you got fundamentals and things like that, but you can only do so much, right?
Right. I mean, the biggest thing is, it's about us. I mean, we always say that, and we have a certain style we've established here of great rebounding, great defense, taking care of the basketball, and then trying to run really good motion offense, like I said, that has balance to it. So we're really concerned about ourselves, and we'll be ready, against anything that we see. Obviously, once we get into the season, we'll do scouting and we'll do some individual game prep for our opponents. But really, even in season, for the most part, we really worry about ourselves and feel like if we do what we do and do that well, that we'll be fine.
What does the team look like on defense? I know you're a big defensive guy from the bench. So what does Northwestern's appearance look like on defense?
Yeah, well, we've always been kind of a pack line, man defensive team, really trying to pressure the basketball, really trying to keep the ball out of the paint. Last year, we did probably play more of our 2-3 zone than we've ever played in the past. But even on that, we want to be really, really aggressive. So, we're really challenging the 3-point line hard and then trying to keep the ball out of the paint and what we say, force tough twos, whether we're playing man or zone.
Have you talked to Jim Boeheim at all in the last few months, and do you expect to play more zone this year?
I have not talked to Coach Boeheim. He has not called, and I have not called him. I think we'll be balanced. We're gonna try to be pretty balanced between those two, and again, depending upon who we're playing, try to see what defense is most effective against our opponent that night. But our goal is to be really strong at both our man and our zone.
You lost 2 starters last year, including Stephen Wiley, who gave you double-digit points per game on average. How do you fill that void, especially in scoring, but also at the point guard position?
Yeah, Stephen had a phenomenal year. First team all-conference in the UMAC. Definitely earned that. But we feel real good about our 2 sophomores that are kind of taking over that position right now, in Porter Morrell and Cody Springer. Have done a good job so far, and then also Austin Stubbs from the football team, once football's done, is going to be coming out, and he's definitely going to provide great competition at that point guard spot also. And then we have some freshmen that we really feel are pushing. So we actually feel like we have good depth, even though it's not a ton of varsity experience at that position, but we have good depth at that position. And then losing Eric Wittes too. Eric had a strong year for us last year. but we were fortunate have a lot of guys back in that position as far as Matt Watnamo and Kyle Ohms and also Daniel Petka, who started for us 2 years ago and did not play last year, is back out on the team. So we feel like we have some good depth inside also.
Finally, you took the UMAC preseason coaches poll with 7 first-place votes, 48 points. That's a unanimous choice. Did the preseason poll shake down the way you expected?
I never like talking about us, but we do have a lot back. It's a compliment to be voted first by the other coaches in the conference. But like I told our guys, polls are kind of meaningless. You got to go and earn it. You got to prove it each and every night. There's just a lot of unknowns. It's hard to know what everybody had brought in and how good those players are. But the UMAC the last few years has been very, very competitive. I think top to bottom. And I will anticipate that it'll be the same way this year.